That's really exciting, and thank you so much for doing that for us, Johnny. So in terms of COVID, what was one of the things that you missed the most, would you say, that was disrupted?
Definitely touring, for sure. Seeing my fans, seeing my friends, seeing my family. Um, I think just like the culture at a show was just so amazing. Everybody's there to have a good time, and I think we really need that in the world right now. That's why I was so excited to do that show last Friday. Um, it was good because it was like still socially distanced, but all my friends and family were there in their respective cars. But yeah, definitely touring, seeing my friends, seeing my family, um, and you know, not having people be afflicted by a deadly virus is one of them for sure.
Yeah, well, so for those of you that don't know, which I'm sure there's very few and far between, Johnny did your first concert in a while, right? Last Friday in Toronto. How was that? So it was a drive-in concert, which is probably very different. But how was it being back, and was the vibe different, or were you just so excited to be performing again?
The vibe, it was similar. People were really far away from the stage because I can't like spit on them. Like when you
Oh, right.
like
No spit. Got it.
it's very so people were like super far away from me. I couldn't really see that many like rows of cars, and like I guess it wasn't the same. When you're at a concert, there's just something about having no personal space and just like jumping around um, that just like makes it really fun. I would say it was pretty similar, I guess, other than like that. I was getting like honked at, which I don't know how to feel about. Usually when I get honked at, it's for like not a great reason when I'm on
Right.
the road driving. So that was kind of weird. People were still having a lot of fun though, which I thought was good. There was usually like a couple people in the car, and they were just like chilling with them, I guess, instead of chilling with the whole crowd. Um, but yeah, it was okay. I would do another one for sure. Um,
Yeah.
it was the first show I had in like over a year, so I was just excited to do anything.
Absolutely. And so how do you rehearse when you can't really, like, it's not, things are just not normal? Were you able to, did you feel like you had, was your rehearsal similar to what you'd normally do, or was it different?
It was similar. Everybody had masks on, I guess was the only difference. And it was just like there was like nobody else allowed in except for like me and my band. So yeah, it was a lot smaller. I like sometimes like the label stops by, like my mom like stops by with the dogs. Um, but no, it was none of that. It was just all business. We got there and we just started rehearsing.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's great. And yeah, so I know there's tons of people joining. I'm not sure. I'm gonna just look over to my help, my and friend Kate, and oh, here we go. We have some questions for you, Johnny. So this is one from your fans. What's your favorite holiday overall?
Overall,
Yeah.
mm, that's a tough one. My birthday's pretty fun.
Your birthday.
I
Yes.
love Christmas. I love Christmas.
That's great. Good. Exciting. And what kinds of routines did you try and maintain for yourself during COVID?
Ooh, definitely a clean room. I
Oh,
kind of, I'm like still organizing everything. Like I have my little table over there. Oh, hello. And like I usually make my bed. That's why we're pointed at the wall today.
all
Um,
right. I'm hoping my son is watching this.
yeah, so I guess I just tried to stay organized. I organized like all my music stuff, and I would try and like record a song every once in a while, and I would try and like write and just think of things every day just to keep myself sane. Um, and then definitely when school was going on, as soon as I would get homework, I would just do it right then and there, right after the class ended, or else I would just never do it. Um, so I guess I had to be more disciplined.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, it is tough, right? It's kind of all coming from yourself.
Yeah.
And all of us struggled with that. I mean, young and old, we all struggled to kind of keep up our routines and move. I remember even moving during a day was really important, right? Because you could pretty much sit in front of a computer all day
Yeah.
long and never move.
Sometimes,
Um,
oh, I haven't eaten in like 13 hours. Let me just go something.
that's right. So We're starting, the Halloween walkathon. It's October now. So when what do you have, you got, it's very new. I realize that. So I'm potentially putting you on the spot, Johnny. But any thoughts about when, or any advice you would give to people around joining UNICEF Halloween walkathon, and why it might be even more important to do that this year than any other year?
Of course, well, yeah, this year more than any other year, so many people, so many countries have taken huge losses economically. So, of course, that translates to the people and the people of those places who are now being negatively affected. So it's more important this year than any other year, even though I guess it's not the same to get out there and walk your heart and do some good, of course, raise some money that will then go back to the people of communities being affected. So for sure, more important this year than any other year. I would recommend planning it out and like maybe putting it on social media so that you're forced to do it. Because if like you put on social media and then you don't do it, everybody's gonna be like, what are you doing? Like you said that you're gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, I would get out there as much as you could if you want to raise the max amount of money. Just send it to everybody that you know, and hopefully we can do some good.
That's amazing. So, and what are your thoughts about, so you're very, you're young. I mean, obviously you're a big singer, you're a business person, I mean, there's many parts of your life that you're far more advanced than your average teenager. But what do you think, speaking from a teenager's perspective, what do you think about people at a young age getting involved with things like charity and really thinking beyond yourself, even when things, are a little challenging as you're growing up? What would you say, and why do you think this is important?
I feel like any person, regardless of age, is capable of doing good and, of course, getting involved in charities. I think it's just the environment that you are put in. Like, I remember at my old school, it was like a school in Oakville. It was always very, very centered around doing good and helping people. We would have fundraisers like literally every week for various different issues. There were like clothing drives all the time, and in turn, like multiple students, this school only went up to grade 8, multiple students created charities and foundations by the time they were like 14 years old. I don't think there's an age limit. I just think it's who you're influenced by. And hopefully with me blasting it out on my social media, I have a certain amount of influence with young people. So hopefully I can encourage people to do some good. And I think the beauty of social media is that if something good is happening, usually it'll get reposted. So I think that will become more prominent in young people's lives, and hopefully more and more people can raise money for this amazing, amazing cause.
That's amazing, Johnny. And you are being a role model because people look to you. First of all, they follow you, they look to you, they say, wow, this is a busy guy who's got a lot of other things he could be doing, but you're taking up some of your valuable time to sit here and to do this Halloween UNICEF Canada fundraiser for children. And you're showing that even though I'm sure your life is taking up a lot of your time, you are thinking about other kids around the world, and that is amazing because those are kids you'll probably never meet. So it takes a special person to want to raise money and to really think about kids. And we often think, right, like, oh, teenagers, they only think about themselves. But I think you're a really good example, as well as many other kids, that really, no, actually kids are there. It's just we don't necessarily give you guys enough credit, and we don't necessarily give you enough voice, and we talk about you, we don't talk to you as much as we should. So I think you're doing an amazing thing. I don't think you should underestimate what it means when you join things and you join up with an organization like UNICEF Canada and really demonstrate what kids can do if they put their minds to it, right? So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you're making me cry. No.
Don't cry. Oh no, I don't want you're going to be mad at me. Okay, happy to, right? Yeah. No, but seriously, don't underestimate, and it is amazing because it does take people like you. Sometimes it's a wake-up call, and people are saying or they're feeling, oh, I should do something, and then they see someone like you do it, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm going to do it. It's that little bit of extra push. So really appreciate it so much. So last words to you, Johnny. You spent a great amount of time with us. What are something that you'd want to tell all our followers that are watching you today around the UNICEF walkathon and getting involved and all of those kinds of things?
So to everybody that's watching this is an absolutely amazing cause and an awful time in the world. So if you guys are able to, please register at unicef.ca/Halloween, I believe.
Correct. Yes.
Perfect. And to everybody that's watching, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. I'm proud of you guys, and let's do some good this October. I know that I'm gonna be getting out there with my family, and I'm gonna be raising some money for some kids. So get out there, walk your hood, and do some good.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And as Johnny mentioned, if you want to also donate to Johnny's page, you go to unicef.ca/Orlando Halloween, and or join up as a Halloween hero and be like Johnny, which will be great. And download his new song so you can use it as you train for your walkathon or during your walkathon. You need walking music, right? Well, thank you so much, Johnny. Really appreciate it. Wish you all the best. And we'll be watching you, and thank you to all. Thank you for all the inspirational words that you've done and taking your time today with us.
No problem. Thank you for having me. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes, thanks everybody. We're going to sign off, but thank you to all the followers and new followers, and join us all at unicef.ca. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.